my name is Amelia. I'm a rising senior at Brandeis University, and today I want to show you a little tutorial about how to use Workday and how to register for classes at Brandeis. So to get started, we need to actually get to Workday. So I recommend looking up Workday Brandeis, and you'll see the website. And if you just scroll down, you can log into Workday. So it's automatically logging me in because, it has my info, but I recommend saving this tab because you'll use it all the time. So, next we're gonna open up the academics tab. So we're just gonna look up academics and click this one. Our screens might look a little bit different, like have a little bit different of a layout, but it'll have all the same contents in it. So it will bring you to this page. And here, first thing we want to do is we want to check that we don't have any holds. So in this box right here, it says registration requirements. If you have a hold, it will pop up here and you need to click on it. You can also access it under academic records, view my holds. You need to have 0 holds when you register for classes, otherwise you won't be able to. And this is just maybe things to sign, random things, but yeah, so make sure that's all cleared up. Um, so today, before I get into finding classes, I do want to say if you have credits you want to transfer from high school, I will talk about that a little bit, but there will be more information on the registrar's website. So if you look up like Brandeis Registrar Transfer Credits, and go to this page, you will find information, and also in the ebook, there will be a little bit more information. So, now I want to show you how to search for classes and start putting together a saved schedule. So, there's 2 ways to do this. The first way is looking up Brandeis Registrar Class Search, and you will get taken to this website. So what we have right here is a class search, so you can find all the classes that Brandeis has to offer that semester. You want to make sure you click the correct semester, so fall 2026. For level, we'll start with just like undergraduate classes, and then here you can see all the subject listings, and this is actually for requirements if you have specific classes with specific requirements you want. This is the time, so you can search for what particular time you're looking for, and you can also put in keywords. So I'm just going to start with showing you, say, biology, make sure it's clicked on, and then search. And then all of the biology courses in fall will pop up. So on here, you can see the course listing, the name, and like when they meet and whether the class is open is on here, and then the professor for the class. So this is a great way to just see all of the classes in one place. You can even click on here and get a bit more like information on what the class is like. Um, but the second way is on Workday. So on Workday, you're going to go to Find Course Sections and select the right time. So semester academic calendar and then the actual year that you will be going in the semester. So I'm selecting this one because it's the whole semester. And again, we'll start with just undergraduate classes is what we want to look for. So we'll have this load. So the main difference is, see, this has all the classes, but from here we can add classes to the saved schedule. The saved schedule is important because you want to have that before you register for classes so that you can, when registration opens, you can just click register and it'll register you for all the classes that you want. So on this style of searching for classes, you can put it in right into the search bar. So let's put in ANTH 1A. Okay, so this is a good introductory class, and we can click on it, learn about it, um, all the information, and we can add it to a saved schedule. So you will be creating a new saved schedule, and you have to label it. So fall semester practice. schedule, and I'll say we're 26. Okay, so now we're adding it. So this is fun because Workday allows you to see what it looks like on your actual calendar, which is just like a great way to visualize it. And so this way we can like add classes, see what happens. So the next class that actually like is a class that everyone has to take is HWL. And what's different about HWL is that it's a module class, so it only runs for part of the semester. So you have to be mindful of like when the HWL starts and stops. But we can look up HWL 1. So it's HWL 1 that everyone has to take their freshman year. Let me make sure this filter is gone. Okay. So, yep, here's HWL 1, and then you can see that there's so many, and that's just because they're all at different times. So let's add, say Wednesday 4:05 to 4:55, and now it pops up, and you can see that it doesn't conflict with any other time. I'm probably getting an error because I can't actually, yeah, I can't actually take HWL 1 because I already have taken it. So there's an error, but you won't have an error. Um, so next I want to show you what can happen for some classes when there's a wait list. So this class, Environmental Sciences 2A, actually prioritizes freshmen for taking the class. So when you take the class, it might list it as waitlist. This one actually isn't showing waitlist right now, so he might have opened it up, but it just, hmm. Yeah, this, let's see. Nope. Okay, this one actually doesn't have a wait list anymore. But let's try bio. Bio. Huh. Ah, here. Okay, so this is not a class that you would necessarily take your freshman year, but it does say waitlist. So when I add it, and it actually is at the same time as environmental sciences, but when I add it, it says waitlist. So sometimes waitlist means that the class is full. For example, this is like a higher level class that upperclassmen might have registered for already. So if you go onto the waitlist when you register for classes, you might not necessarily get into the class. It might be at full capacity. And that's why if you register for a waitlisted class, you might want to have a backup schedule of a different option for registration in case you don't get in. However, on the other hand, sometimes a class is waitlisted because the professor wants to explicitly let in, say, freshmen or people that are supposed to take the class. And if that is the case, sometimes it lists it on the course description, or sometimes you might need to email the professor directly for that information. A better example is maybe the languages sometimes are waitlist automatically, and you have to email the professor and say, "Oh, I'm supposed to take this class. Please let me in," basically. Um, or will I be able to get into this class? So that being said, I actually want to show, I think I'm going to save this because I'll show you one more thing later. But yeah, make sure when you're making the save schedule, you save it. I've accidentally not saved it before. And then I was like, where'd my schedule go? Sometimes you have to click it twice. Okay, so next I'm going to show you how to do a prerequisite override. So again, let's go to academics. So a prerequisite override is when you've taken a class in, well, you're trying to take a class that has prerequisites, but you think that you meet the prerequisites. For instance, if you wanted to take psychology, like 32, which is psychopathology, but intro to psych is a prerequisite, and you've taken intro to psych AP in high school, you can do a prerequisite override. And so it'll list what the prerequisites for the class are, and if you meet the prerequisites, you can send an override. So to find the override, we go to here, planning and registration, request permission slash prerequisite override. So we're gonna put future periods and then fall 2026. I'm gonna do a class that I don't have a prerequisite for, so I can give you an example. So for instance, I don't have the prerequisites for chemical thermodynamics. So I put in that class and I select that class and then I put OK and then I put a little description. So, um, if I was trying to get into this class and a prereq is physics 10A, I could say I I took AP um in school and scored a or whatever the reason for that prerequisite is. And then you click submit, and you should do this basically before registration if you can. And you still need to register for the class even if the professor approves the prerequisite override. Um, so now you know that you have to schedule your HWL. You want to put your classes together, make sure there's no time conflicts, have a backup schedule if you are on a wait list for something. And that's most of the things. So basically, when it comes to registration time, you find your save schedule. And here's like a practice schedule that we did. And then a registration button will pop up. You click register for classes at your selected time for registration, and yeah, you go from there. So basically, this is a, overview of what you will be going through, but be sure to like refer to the registrar's websites and also the ebook that you got that has like a lot of information that works through it step by step. And then also feel free to reach out to anyone in academic services for more help. There'll be webinars and appointments for more academic help. So good luck and welcome to Brandeis.